Greetings, boys and gits. It looks as though we have finally got some more news on the beast snaggers. So, here on the Warhammer community page, we have the new article. It says, "Listen up, boys. We've had some right strange types appearing in the last few days, and I want to know what they's doing in my Waaagh. Last time you lot poked around one of them weird lads, Bogrot's head exploded. So this time we've got some captive Umis to find out what they's up to in a new regular series of the Warhammer community site. Here we go." So I presume they're talking about that video there in which the narrator's head exploded. I presume that's what happened. So now we've got some properly written out English for people to understand. So, as you'll have no doubt seen in the recent Warhammer preview online, followers of a new greenskin subculture have arrived to bring their own brand of crumpin to the galaxy. Called the Beast Snaggers, these master squig breeders ride to war on their ferocious red steeds, kicking, biting and stabbing anything within their reach. Just because they eschew the trucks and bikes of their speed freak cousins' armies doesn't mean the Beast Snaggers are averse to using some of the local mech boys' creations. I would assume that would be the bionics and stuff. Think of them as pro-squig rather than anti-thinking. After all, it's rare to find an orc who wouldn't appreciate how you can make a humble spear louder and killier by adding rocket boosters to it. So, we're now talking about this here weapon. I'm not going to lie, it's fucking ugly. I don't get it. You push the button, the spear flies off, so then you're left with a blunt stick. And he's only got one of those, so yeah, not really very cleverly thought out. I would have thought an electric cattle prod type spear, or just something better than that. Like, it's just, someone thought, oh, do you know, we're thinking something clever, and it's just not. I just don't like that. I'm sorry. Whoever invented that, I think it's dumb. I do like the ability to switch over the leg here for a bionic leg. That's fantastic. It does look like they're the same feet on the rest of it, though. So choice of hoofs might not be possible, which would be a right shame. But it does look as though on there, that leg joins just there. Yeah, the joint is going to be where they've darkened it, I'd imagine, just about there. So you will be able to swap them out for your own sculpt if you want to, which I'm sure I'm going to, because I don't like the look of those hooves whatsoever. The face on the squig, great. Nose, not so keen on. I would probably go shrinking that nose down a little bit and putting a spike on the top of the head, looking more like a traditional squig. Enlarge those teeth a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's a few alterations I certainly want to be making. Look at the boy. Right, the body of the boy is the same. The legs are the same. It's the arm that's adjustable, and the head. Same with that grot. You see the way that the arm is and that body there. That looks very, very similar to that there shape that it's creating. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of jiggery pokery that can be done, but there's a lot that you're going to need to do for yourself. Anyway, let's have a look. What else have we got here? It says their appreciation for the old ways and their disregard for more complex orky technology. I don't suppose it's a disregard, really. They're just riding a beast. Doesn't mean they disregard. But anyway, leads many of the Snakebite clan to become beast snaggers. Well, what a surprise. Although their ilk can be found across the entire spectrum of Orc society, because we do want you to buy them after all, even a no-nonsense goth can look at a squig hog's shockingly large teeth and figure out how best to apply them to some poor git's face. Yeah, I bet. That's a nice artwork. I do like that. And if that's the concept work that they were coming off of, they fell short of it. Sorry, but that looks way meaner. Way meaner than that. I mean, it's got some of it, but it just looks too much more like a pig. And it's smaller, like it's like riding a big dog, whereas that is very definitely more of an actual beast, a bigger it just implies more length. It just looks more impressive. And look at the size of the head of this thing here, right? Compared to the Ork's head. Now that is a big Ork. It's not a small Ork. That head there is not much different from the eye socket or the general end of the nose area. Yeah, it's just not matching in any way up to the picture, is it? That I would have been really happy with. That, yeah. I mean, it's like a toy version, isn't it? Look at that. Really dynamic, correct sizing, little grot, big Ork, big beast. Here, it's like three similarly sized things thrown together. Could do better. Now, I know a lot of people are going to hate me for having criticisms, but, you know, I am a customer. I am purchasing this. I'm a fan for over 20 odd years or more, 25 years. I deserve to have an opinion, and my opinion is they could have done better. The Beast Snagger boys themselves are hulking mountains of muscle, even by regular Ork standards. There you go. Spending a lifetime chasing down and grappling with ravenous beasts. Really? The Orks hunt them down and they don't breed them? Okay. Even their Gretchen underlings are a smidge braver than usual, as those affectionately dubbed saddle gits hold on for dear life and take whatever swing they can. It sounds like that sentence there was just constructed purely just to make these grots sound good, but without any consideration for other grots that fulfill other roles, like grot bombers. I mean, maybe they're just stupid. I don't know, but I'd consider that fairly brave. There are so many grot roles. I mean, like a grot inside of a killer can. That fella is fairly full of himself, fairly brave because he's surrounded by metal. So yeah, I did just that sentence was added just for the sake of it. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the lore. Bit dumb. Stay tuned to learn more about the savage beast snaggers and the ingenious ways they use giant red-mouthed monsters. In the meantime, prepare for the Waaagh by grabbing some of their speed freak rivals in the Boondale. Yeah, buy our buggies. You can even bridge the gap between two sculptures with a Rucker Truck Squig buggy. Although known Orks, they are as likely to fight both sides. So, hang on, you can even bridge the gap between the two subcultures with... Oh, right, okay, bridge the gap. Nah. I thought for a moment there, it sounded like there was some amazing kit swap over ability there, but yeah, no chance. Don't forget, there's a wealth of Orky stories for you to brush up onto. Just ask Makari. He'll tell you exactly what you should be reading right now. So there's a note down here to say that they're red, right? These squigs are red, and that's why they go fast, and that's why a speed freak might like them too. Depends on what colour your squigs are. I mean, GW have made them red for the last 10, 15 years, and everybody seems to have just accepted that that's now the colour. But squigs are available in every single colour you can imagine. So, to wrap up, boys and gits, how do I feel about these beast snaggers? I feel excited because all new Ork stuff is new Ork stuff. More stuff for me to play with. I'm definitely going to snap them up. I just wish they were better. I'm going to work with it, but I'd like to work with something better to start with than, there you go. That's, what more can I say, really? The general aesthetic of the face, I don't like. It's too small. That's the way of all of the Orks now. I mean, look, his head's no bigger than the grot's head. That's wrong. To me, that's entirely wrong. And if you look at this artwork here, still even, that head is too small. It should be that little bit larger, but they've deliberately done this to fit with the way that they are now. But that's a more believable picture. That just, to me, looks like a cartoon. I'm sorry. It just looks like a cartoon. It's not the paint. It's the sizing. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to some of the other stuff that comes out. These will be great. I'm sure I'll have a bit of fun with them. But, yeah, I really do hope that the legs here are not formed as part of the back of that body. I hope that they glue on to the body so that you can have a snagger without a rider or with a different rider. If those legs come adjoined, I will be seriously not too pleased. And it looks to me as though that hand that's grabbing hold of the wrinkles of that head, it's the same. It's going to be fixed. It's going to be a fixed part. I reckon you'll get the top bit with the face, maybe, with that hand attached. So frustrating. It'll probably attach there at the wrist. There you go. You've got a strap there, and you've got a bracelet there. That's where it'll attach. That's an irritation. That's annoying. I don't like that. I hope to God that I'm wrong. Anyway, boys and gits, let me know down in the comment section what you think of the new beast snaggers. I expect you're probably glad that they can be used for all clan cultures. But let me know, what do you think? I mean, would they fit your army? Do you like the sculpt? How would you see it improved? Or are you perfectly happy with it the way it is? Let me know, boys and gits. Enough said from Dread.